What's up guys, Maik Wiedenbach here. The question I always get is, Mike, how do I write a workout? And there's no one answer, so this is my best approach. So when you do a workout, the first thing you should figure out is like, what do I want to train, right? So let's say you're doing your back, okay? So now the question is, okay, can I flex it? So in other words, can I do this, right? Can I use my lats voluntarily? And can I make them hurt in the shortened position? If I can't, I need an activation exercise. So let's say flex deadlifts. So you kind of just go from here to here, squeeze through, and really flex the deads, okay? The lats, not the deads. So after 3 sets or so, you should be good and have like a nice pre-pump, you know? So then, the first exercise, you should do something that overloads the contracted phase and helps you with a stretch. So, before the comments come, I can do pull-ups, okay? I'm just choosing an assisted because it illustrates something, okay? So, no, Mike can do pull-ups, okay? So, because if we don't have the assisted machine, but if I do this, I get help in the stretch, but on the top, I can actually focus on the contraction. So the stretch is assisted, and then I get help up here. So you could do that, like say, if you're doing chest press on a Smith machine, which actually Greg is bugging me to buy, he has a point. So I could do the bands and pulling the weight up so that on the top I have no help, but down here I have help, right? So that'd be my first exercise. Then I would go into some actual hypertrophy work, meaning full range of motion. And I would start out, let's say lat pull down, but make it mechanically challenging. So the first 3 to 4 sets, I would kind of like pull it apart, okay? So I would not use that much of my lats. Then from there on, I would go into the next set where I drive it straight down, and I'll be doing more of the lats. And then lastly, I could be falling back for 3 more sets and shorten the range of motion a bit more. And that would be like 8 to 10 sets all told, 3 different positions, depending on how I feel. So then I would finish. So let's say you're doing chest, you could be doing like pec deck, right, where you're locked in and you can't really use much but the pecs, right? And then bicep could be like cables, leg extensions for the quads or whatever have you, right? So for the lats, I chose the cobras. I'm kind of like so, and I'm not even going full range of motion, just really working in the contraction, and I'm trying to wrap my shoulders, my elbows behind together. So I wouldn't pull by the body, I would just kind of like squeeze like this. So as a very rough breakdown, you should activate the muscle. So let's say you're doing chest, you know, can I do this? And if not, do some light flies, whatever. Biceps, can I do this? Then do something where you support it in the stretched, so you can focus on the shortened phase. Then do exercises where you're basically working that muscle for mechanically disadvantage into an advantage. So for the chest, you could be, you know, starting with a very high incline where you only get few fibers, and then go down here and use up more fibers, something like that. Leg press, you could be narrow stance, medium, wide stance. You get the idea. And then to finish, you pick something that's single jointed. I scratch myself again, like here's my own gym and I run into stuff all the time. Like, I mean, you would think I know this by now, right? So then you finish up with like just machine-based repetition to finish the muscle, okay? So that's a rough breakdown, but you can feel it like any way you like, okay? My God.